have parents who write into us on a daily basis, Karen, saying my child knows how to label things. They can sit and you can show them flashcards, and they are speaking and we can understand what they're saying, and they will sometimes, they request things, but we cannot get to the conversation piece. Why is this so difficult, do you think?
All right, well, you mentioned the word MAND, and I'm also an applied behavior analysis instructor for over 20 years as well. So that's familiar to me. Yes, being an ABA instructor helped me understand the foundations for language, which of course the building blocks like vocabulary, scripts, simple sentences or phrases that we would put together to demand or request, like I want juice, I have to go to the bathroom. But beyond that, beyond the basic foundation of language, language is the most powerful tool we have, and it's the most complex tool we have. So in order to use vocabulary, when, where, why, and how, and understanding body language, use facial expression, using tone of voice, all of that involved in a conversation is not as simple as identifying objects or labeling objects or manding, requesting. These are much higher level skills.
Yeah, and you have done something really amazing and unique, is that, because I think a lot of parents, we get overwhelmed, for most of us, because we picked up the idea of conversation just through osmosis. We just picked it up along the way. We're not always good at it, because there might be something that we missed along the way, but for our kids on the spectrum, sometimes they're missing a lot of skills on the conversation realm. But you've created an app to fill in those gaps, to teach them all these different elements and teach it in a fun way. Talk to us a little bit about the app, which is I Can Have Conversations with You, correct?
Yes.
And tell us about what the app teaches.
Well, as you had mentioned before, parents always are puzzled. My child can speak, he can understand, but having conversations is something that's overwhelming and sometimes challenging for people with autism. So through the years, I too realized this and was confused myself. And I saw how the parents struggled to understand their own children's minds. So being the curious person that I am, I started researching journal articles to find out more about autism and what is behind their strengths and weaknesses with language, as well as social interaction. And I could see that there was a disconnect between their ability to use words, use language in a social atmosphere, in a social setting, because of all the complexities behind it. Like we said, understanding body language, facial expressions, emotion, understanding what the conversational partner knows and doesn't know, what that partner wants, doesn't want. So I developed my own method, and I organized it into an app appropriately named I Can Have Conversations with You.
And it's amazing. And we're going to show our viewers a sort of walkthrough so that they can see what the app looks like. But first, before we do that, I want to talk about if they want more information, they can go to your website, which is ICAN, C-A-N, for F-O-R, autism, icanforautism.com. And you can find out all kinds of information about Karen and about the app. I Can Have Conversations with You.